Hello students, today's video is for class 10th, topic volume and surface area of solids. In this topic we have three solids, namely cylinder, cone and sphere. Cylinder, for example, circular pillar, circular wire, or we can say the circular pencil. These are the examples for the cylinder. Now cone, you can take a ice cream cone, your favorite, then any birthday cap we can say as a shape like solid like a cone, or we can form the tent, right circular cone shape tent also. Then sphere, we can say, for example, your football, volleyball. Okay, these are the examples for the solids. Now how to deal with this? Now cylinder, it is the when we rotate the rectangle along the length or the breadth, you get the cylindrical shape. Now for that, the base or top of the cylinder is circular shape, and this part will be in rectangular if you open the cylindrical shape. Then here there are two dimensions. One is the radius, which is called the base radius, and another is the height of the cylinder. Okay, for the cone also the same, height of the cone h, base radius is r, and there is one more, that is which is called the slant height, which is denoted by the L letter. So L you get as a square root of h square plus r square. And for the sphere there is only one dimension, that is radius of the sphere r. These are the dimensions for these three solids. Now here we are going to discuss about the volume and surface area. Okay, volume is nothing but the space occupied by the solid. Okay, already you learned that in the previous standard. Now we'll see what are the formulas for the volume. For the cylinder, volume is pi r square h cubic units. Then curved surface, there are two surfaces, mainly curved and the top and bottom, which are called base and base, two bases that are in circular form. So curved surface area will be 2 pi rh square units, and total surface area is nothing but the curved surface area plus the two base and the bottom part, that is 2 pi rh plus 2 pi r square. Area for the circle is pi r square, but there are two surfaces which are in circular form, so 2 pi r square. So in short, this you can write as a 2 pi r into h plus r even. This is total surface area for the cylinder. These are the three formulas. Now in the cylinder you have hollow cylinder, like a rubber tube. If you have, you get in cylinder form, but it is internal part is hollowed. So in that case there are different, that thickness will be given, and internal radius, outer radius will be given. You can write the formula for that. Now next is the cone, that is a right circular cone. Okay, so length already I explained which are the three dimensions. Base radius r, height of the cone is h, and L is the slant height. Slant height you get as a square root of h square plus r square. Now what will be the volume? Volume of the cone is 1/3 pi r square h cubic units. Okay, what will be the unit? Cubic unit. If it is meter, then meter cube, centimeter, centimeter cube, like that. Then curved surface area, this part, upper part, base is the circular one, and curved surface area is related to the L, that is slant type. So curved surface area formula is pi r L. L is the slant height. L value you can substitute as a square root of h square plus r square. This is again in the square units. Unit for this is square unit. This is cubic units. Now total surface area. Total surface area is again here curved surface area plus the area of the base, that is bottom circular part. So pi RL is the curved surface area plus the base is circular, so its area is pi r square. So here again if you take pi r common, L plus r remain square units. This is the formula for total surface area of the cone. Okay. Then next is the sphere. Sphere with a dimension, that is a radius of the sphere is r. Then volume will be 4/3 pi r cube, cubic units. Then total surface area or just surface area will be 4 pi r square, square units. Okay. Again hollow cylinder, if you cut the sphere plane parallel to its any one of the diameter, then the sphere is divided into two equal parts. Okay. Then one part is called the hemisphere. Hemisphere, this plane and then this part. This is a half of the sphere, we can say. Then what will be the volume? Volume of the hemisphere will be half of the volume of the sphere, that is 2/3 pi r cube. 2/3 pi r cube, and surface area formula will be 2 pi r square plus this 2r. This diameter length will be 2r. Sorry, here we are not going to consider that 2 pi r square. This will be the surface area which is curved, and top or this plane has the pi r square volume. So it is total 3 pi r square. Square units will be the surface area for the total surface area for the hemisphere. Okay. So these are the formulas for these three solids. There is one more part in the sphere, that is spherical shell. Like for example, shape like a donut, or you have the solid rings like that, you get the spherical shell. Okay, that formulas are also given in the textbook. Okay, this is all about the cylinder, cone and sphere. According to the formula, we'll do the problems from the exercise. Now we'll see the problem depend on the solid, cylinder, cone and sphere. In that first problem, how many meters of canvas 1.25 meter wide will be needed to make a conical tent whose base radius is 17.5 meter and the height is 6 meter. Now read the question properly and write down what is given in the question. Now in this question it is given that the canvas is 125 meter wide. So suppose this is a rectangular part which is canvas, width is given 1.25 meter in width. So we have to find the how many meters of canvas, means we have to find the length of the canvas L. Okay. Now using this canvas, the conical tent is made with base radius, so R value is 17.5 meters and height is 6 meter. So H will be 6 meter. Okay. Now we have to find the length of the canvas. Now from the canvas the tent is made, so the surface of the canvas is turned and which is in the form of the conical tent. So here the one surface is changed in the shape of other, so we have to compare the surface area for the both. So we have to find the surface area of the conical tent, which is nothing but the surface area of this canvas. Okay, so area of this canvas which is in rectangular shape is length into breadth, which is nothing but the curved surface of the conical tent. Now what is the formula for curved surface of the conical tent? That is pi r L. Now for the cone, R and H value is given, we don't know the L value. So first we have to find the L value, that is L is equal to square root of H square plus R square, which is equal to H value is 6. 17.5 is the R value, which is equal to, if you simplify this L value, you get 18.5 centimeter. 6 square is 36, 17.5 square you will get. Add up that and take the square root, you get L value as a 18.5 meter, because H and R given in the meter. This is the value of L. So what will be the curved surface area of cone or conical tent? Will be equal to pi r L, which is equal to 22 by 7. R value is 17.5 into L is 18.5. If you divide this, see which number is divisible by 5, you can do that. Okay, so here 7 twos are and 7 5s are. So 22 into 2.5 into 18.5, this is the curved surface area of the conical tent. Then, so length, or compare the now area of canvas will be length into breadth, that is length into 1.25 meter, but area of canvas is nothing but the curved surface area of cone. So L into 1.25 is equal to 22 into 2.5 into 18.5. So L value will be 22 into 2.5 into 18.5 divided by 1.25. So L value, if you simplify this, you will get as a 814 meter. So at the end you can write length of canvas needed will be or is 840 meter. This will be the final answer. So here from the canvas is turned into the form of conical tent. So we have to compare the surface area. Surface area of the cone, that is curved surface area, and the area of the canvas. Curved surface area is pi r L. So you get value as a CSA, that is 22 into 2.5 into 18.5 meter square, and here the area of canvas will be L into B, that is L into 1.25, but both are equal, so compare that, you will get the length of canvas as 814. Now next sum is exercise 21B, question number 14. What is the sum? A solid metallic cylinder of base radius 3 cm and height 5 cm is melted to form cones, each of height 1 cm and base radius 1 mm. Find the number of cones. Now here one solid is melted and recast into the another one. Okay, so here when one solid is recast into the another, then the volume remains the same. Okay, so volume of the cylinder will be nothing but the total volume of the cones. How many cones will be made? Depend on that, the number of cones, volume will be equal to the volume of the cylinder. Now for the cylinder, base radius, that is suppose capital R is given 3 cm and height H is given 5 cm. Okay, now for the cone, height is given 1 cm and base radius is given 1 mm, and 1 mm is nothing but 0.1 cm. These are the given dimensions for the two solids. Now we have to compare the volume of cylinder and volume of cone. So volume of cylinder is equal to, suppose from the one cylinder, that is a big cylinder, n cones we form, then volume of the cylinder will be n into volume of one cone. Okay, so n is the number of cones, so n will be equal to volume of cylinder divided by volume of one cone. Okay, so volume of the one cylinder is nothing but the n into volume of one cone. N is the number of cones, so n value will be volume of a cylinder divided by volume of one cone. Now according to the formula, what is volume of a cylinder? That is pi r square h divided by volume of one cone, that is 1/3 pi r square h. Here RH different, here RH value different. Now if you put here value, substitute the values, what you get? Here pi value get cancelled, so I am cancelling this pi value. R square, R is 3, so 3 into 3. H is 5 divided by 1/3. Here R square, for the cone R value is 1. So R value is 1 mm, that is 0.1 into 0.1, and H value is 1. So if you simplify this, what you get? 3 into 3 into 5, this 1/3 becomes multiplied by 3 divided by 0.1 into 0.1. For this 0.1 decimal point, you can increase the 0 in the numerator. So 27 into 5, that you get 135 into 100, that is 135, 0 will be the number of cones. Okay, understood? In this sum, one solid is melted and recast to form the another solid, but from big one cylinder we have made the number of cones, so volume of the one cylinder is divided into the volume of cones. So volume remains the same. Volume of one cylinder is nothing but the volume of that number of cones. So number of cones will be volume of a cylinder divided by volume of one cone. Here, if you find the separate value and divide, it will be difficult for division. So I have written the formula because you can cancel the similar terms here. So it makes calculation easy. So you can apply this method. Now next question is question number 11 from exercise 21A. This is related when the speed is given. Okay, what is this question? A swimming pool 70 meter long, 44 meter wide and 3 meter deep is filled by water issuing from a pipe of diameter 35 centimeter at 6 meter per second. How many hours does it take to fill the pool? Okay, from this question, what is given? These are the dimensions given for the pool, swimming pool. Now these are the dimensions for the diameter of the cylindrical pipe is given, that is 35 centimeter. Okay, so speed is given 6 meter per second. Now when the speed is given, speed is nothing but the distance upon time. Okay, and this 6 meter, whatever measurements are given, we have to consider as a distance, that is 6 meter for per second. Time is given 1 second. So, and it is nothing but distance for the pipe is nothing but the height. Height of the cylindrical pipe will be 6 meter for 1 second. Okay, height for the cylindrical pipe will be 6 meter for 1 second. Okay, and diameter is given 35 centimeter. So we have to convert it also in meter. So diameter is 35 centimeter. So radius will be 35 upon 2 centimeter. So what will be the in meter? That is 35 upon 2 into 100. That is 35 upon 200. This will be the value for the radius of the pipe, 35 upon 200 meter. Now how to relate with the swimming pool? We have to find the time required to fill the swimming pool. Okay, so how it is related to the volume? Okay, we have to find that. Now volume of the swimming pool, we know to fill that volume water is flowing through this pipe. So we have to suppose T is required time. T is the required time. Within this time we can fill the swimming pool. Okay. Now what will be the volume? Volume of water flows in 1 second will be again that volume of the cylindrical pipe, that is pi r square h, which is equal to pi, that is 22 by 7. R value is 35 upon 200 into 35 upon 200. But for 1 second, what is the height? For 1 second it is 6. So into 6. For 1 hour, how to compare this? Volume of water flows in 1 hour. For 1 second, this much. For 1 hour, we have to multiply it by 60 into 60. So 22 by 7 into 35 upon 200 into 35 upon 200 into 6 into 60 into 60. Okay, you can cancel the terms. This many zeros, 2 zeros. Okay, so here now this is for 1 hour, but required time is T. So volume of water, we have to compare this volume of water in swimming pool. So we have to find that also. Now volume of water in swimming pool will be equal to, dimensions are given 70 into 44 into 3. Okay, but volume of a swimming pool will be nothing but the volume of a water flows in this T hours time. Okay, so how to get the time? Time T will be volume of water or volume of a swimming pool divided by volume of water flows in 1 hour. We have used the unitary method. For 1 hour this much, for this much water, how much time we required. So volume of a swimming pool divided by volume of water flows in 1 hour. So which is equal to 70 into 44 into 3 divided by. This is the volume of water flows in 1 hour. So here also you can cancel the terms. So 2 here, 2 again you get 22 into 5 into 3 into 6 36 divided by 8. That is equal to 70 into 44 into 3 into 8 divided by 22 into 5 into 3 into 36, and this time will be in hours. Now check what is the calculation. When you do this calculation, you will get the time required to fill the swimming pool as a 40 upon 9 hours. Understood? Here we have to compare the volume of a swimming pool to the volume of water flows through the pipe. Here one more important thing we have to take: speed. Speed is given 6 meter per second. Then 6 meter is the height of the cylindrical pipe for 1 second. 6 meter for 1 second. So volume of water flows in 1 second is pi r square h. H value will be 6 meter. R value already we have calculated 35 upon 200. You can simplify here even. Then for 1 second it is this much. So 1 hour we have to multiply it by 60 and 60. Okay, and this is 1 hour. But total volume of the swimming pool is 70 into 44 into 3. So we have to find the time required to fill the swimming pool. It is nothing but the volume of a swimming pool divided by volume of water flows in 1 hour. So how much time is there? 40 upon 9 hours. Here also don't calculate the values and then substitute in the formula. It will be difficult for the division again. So write down the simplest form in multiplication form and then do the division. Okay, so your required time is 40 upon 9 hours. So many problems related to this sums are there in the exercise 21A and 21B. You can solve using this method.